Frank declared that while he didn't know where Ghislain had learned his swordsmanship, today he wouldn't be able to defeat him with such a weak amount of mana. Grinning triumphantly, Frank released even more mana, proclaiming that Ghislain would die right there. Still blocking with both swords, Ghislain smirked in response. This caught Frank off guard, as he had believed he held the upper hand in the fight. In an instant, Ghislain deflected Frank's blade, drove his own swords into the pavement, and delivered a swift kick to Frank's chin. The unexpected strike sent Frank flying backward. Unfazed at first, Frank laughed it off, insisting that such attacks wouldn't work against his enhanced mana. But just as the words left his mouth, a sudden recoil hit him hard. He dropped to his knees, coughing up blood. Confused, Frank wondered what had happened. The attack felt different. There was no way Ghislain could have pierced his enhancements with that level of skill, he thought. As Ghislain approached, emanating a new, more intense mana than before, he revealed that he had never expected to find the true culprit behind his sister's death, but now he had. He told Frank to prepare himself as he unleashed his third mana core. Shocked by the explosive surge in Ghislain's power, Frank demanded to know where the boost had come from. Before he could finish, Ghislain lunged forward, swinging both swords with blinding speed. Frank noted how fast he had become, struggling to defend against the relentless barrage of strikes. Ghislain gave him no respite, landing a heavy blow that Frank barely blocked. The impact reverberated through Frank's hands and sword, leaving them trembling and numb. He had never heard of a technique that could boost mana so dramatically. It was as if Ghislain had transformed into a completely different person. As Ghislain prepared his next strike, Frank tried to block, but his damaged sword shattered on impact. Ghislain's swing sliced across Frank's chest, followed by a stabbing thrust that drove him back against the wall, yelling in pain. Pinning Frank with his left arm across the throat, Ghislain declared it was time to finish their earlier conversation. Twisting the sword deeper into the wound, he demanded to know who had ordered his sister's death. But Frank wasn't ready to surrender. Pulling a hidden blade from his sleeve, he attempted to hurl it at the unconscious Elena on the floor, thinking he could at least take her down with him. Just as he moved to throw it, Ghislain yanked his arm back using red mana threads he had woven earlier. He proposed a deal. If Frank didn't try anything foolish, he would sheath his sword. Frank, more intrigued by the mana threads, wondered when Ghislain had even created them. Ghislain continued, noting that someone like Frank surely knew how to heal himself, though it wouldn't matter if he destroyed his mana core. Infusing mana into his blade, Ghislain began to shatter it. Panicking as cracks formed in his core, Frank yelled that Ghislain was insane. One wrong move could cause a backflow explosion that would level the entire area. Ghislain calmly replied that such risks were only for the unskilled, and with a steely gaze, he assured Frank he could handle it. Realizing Ghislain wasn't bluffing, the deadly intent in his eyes confirmed it. Frank confessed that Count Desmond had made the request, needing a pretext to ignite a war against the Perdium and Degard families. Ghislain had suspected Desmond all along. In his previous life, such shadowy operations were often handled by families allied with the ducal house. He pressed further, asking if that was why they targeted Elena, and Frank confirmed it. With that, Ghislain drove the blade even deeper into Frank's body. Spewing blood, Frank demanded to know what he was doing, protesting that it violated their agreement. Ghislain grinned and reminded him that Frank had killed plenty of people in his time. Was he scared now that it was his turn? Frank let out a bitter laugh, accepting his fate. He headbutted Ghislain and taunted that nothing would change with his death. He had already completed his work with the Degard family. No one would believe a nobody like Ghislain, and the Perdium family would still perish in the coming war. Before he could finish, Ghislain slammed his head into the wall. Smiling, he revealed that he had been reborn after dying once before, so things would be different this time. With that, he destroyed Frank's mana core completely. Frank screamed in agony as his body exploded into pieces, coinciding with the burst of a nearby firecracker. Catching his breath, Ghislain surveyed the battle's aftermath and then looked at his sister. Dropping his sword, he sighed in relief. Then the toll of overexerting his body hit him. He collapsed to the ground, vomiting blood. Exploding 3 cores had been manageable when he was the Mercenary King, he thought, wiping his mouth. He rushed into the room where the assassins had emerged from. In his past life, another body had been found there alongside Elena's. Examining the scene, he saw it was the son of the Degard family, slain along with his escort knight. This was how they had silenced witnesses and framed them as Elena's killers. Knowing that revealing this would spark the war they wanted, Ghislain decided to destroy the evidence. He set the entire building ablaze, consuming the bodies inside. He wouldn't let events unfold as the conspirators planned, he vowed, hoisting Elena onto his back and escaping. Unbeknownst to him, A mysterious figure had been observing the entire confrontation and now slipped away to report back.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this manhwa recap and want to catch the next chapter, smash that subscribe button, like, and hit the notification bell. Got a favorite manhwa you'd love to see recapped? Drop it in the comments below and I'll see you in the next one.